How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting it played with a little bit of, I'm going to show you this, but this is probably better. We're going to play some Chomp. Chomp does have a solo mode, so I figured I got a bunch of these little all-play games. I need to see whether I like them or not, because I might need to throw them up for culling for charity. Not because they're bad games, they're maybe just not for me. So, of course, that's pretty much what I got scheduled this week is a bunch of all-play games. That may change if we get any Kickstarter previews. I do have, I think, one. It's a small wallet-style game that I'll be switching something out for. I don't know if it'll be one of the bigger games or one of the smaller games. Either way, let me go ahead and flip over the camera, and we'll give a brief rundown of how this works in solo. There we are. So I am set up for a solo game of Chomp. I also have some scissors over here because I was opening a box. My arch rivals. I don't know how to actually say it, came in, so I was kind of opening that. But yes, in Chomp, what we're trying to do is build out a tableau of these, I say tiles, but these cards. The cards are dual purpose. One side has a goal, and then the other side has dinosaurs or location, scenery. So what we need to do is place out our tiles in such a manner that optimizes our points. The way that we're going to gain points is by how many dinosaurs or eggs we have left at the end of the game. So pretty simple rules. Most all-play games are simple rules, really light, easy for you to bring out for families, especially those that are not big board gamers. So always recommend all-play games for that. But a good example is, for example, on this tile, we have a large carnivore, and then we also have small herbivores. So, which counts as meat. Actually, it's not even herbivores. I don't know what they are. They're like otters. They're like sea otters. So basically, because these are adjacent, that carnivore will get to eat and he gets to survive. If we had, say, this right here, where this dinosaur is next to the plants, then of course that dinosaur gets to live because, well, he's next to plants. Unfortunately, he would also die because, before that happened, because there is a carnivore there and that carnivore would eat the herbivore. Pretty simple. The other lands we have is tar pits. So again, any dinosaur next to a tar pit will die in the tar pit that is adjacent. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how exactly that works because, and I may get rules mistakes wrong because there's not full clarification. I haven't gone out to BGG to get clarification, unfortunately, like sometimes I usually do. But on this scoring example, it shows a carnivore next to the tar pit, so the carnivore dies. However, these herbivores are also next to the tar pit, and it doesn't say they die. I don't know if it's because the tar pit is not the same size as the total herd. And the only reason I question that is because in the extinction phase, the tar pits, all herds adjacent to the tar pit go extinct. So yeah, I don't know if that's just an error in their rule book or if it's got to be the same size for it to correlate. However, the rules are if one qualifies for eating, then all of them qualify for eating. So for example, if I had a herd of these brontosauruses and this brontosaurus gets to eat because he's next to there, then all brontosauruses get to eat. Adjacency is normal adjacency. Anything next to it is adjacent. If you extra drive still not working, yeah, I don't know, David. Try the exclamation point social. If you can do exclamation point social, let's see if it's just the extra life on this bug or if it's the whole thing. I think it's the whole thing. For whatever reason, OBS Streamlabs, not OBS, but Streamlabs.com doesn't recognize when YouTube goes live. I don't know if YouTube changed something, so it's not connecting. I disconnected, reconnected. If none of it works, then what I'll probably have to do is find some other provider rather than Streamlabs. I'm just kind of disappointed because I got everything already set up in Streamlabs. But adjacency is normal adjacency. You can, of course, do at angles. Additionally, these mountains block. So, for example, if I had a mountain here, like right here, sorry. So this has a mountain here. So my earlier statement about him eating meat would not happen because he is not adjacent to that meat. So he would starve. And then the last thing is placing the tiles. Normal tile placement, you can cover up one tile, you can cover up the whole tile, you can cover up more than one tile. The key thing is, though, in order to, for example, cover up this Tyrannosaurus here, I would need to make sure that this whole thing is covered up. I can't just be like, oh, well, I want to make him a herd. That doesn't work. right? I'd have to cover the whole thing up. Now this is 2 separate herds because again, these are small, that is medium. So that has to be considered as well. I'm okay with it not working, but I just wanted to keep testing for you. If it ever starts working again, then great. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had the time to open a ticket to Streamlabs. And like I said, their Discord seems to have very weird operating hours. So I don't know. All right, now for solo. In normal multiplayer, you'll either select the goal or you will select the location. If you select the location, then this goal gets flipped over. So it's a good way to keep people from getting goals. In solo, if you take the goal, then the location goes away too. So it's the way you go through the deck. All right. Once I get to, when I have a total of 12 tiles between my goals and my lands, then we're going to count up the points. So it basically just goes till 12. In a normal game, you would actually only have 9 tiles in this stack, which to me feels like that'd be a lot shorter game. Oh, I'm sorry, 9 tiles per player in the stack. In solo, you don't do 9 per player. All right, that's where we are. So we are going to start building. My current objective that it had me start with is I get 1 point per every 2 fed dinosaurs. And then here I get 2 points per meat eaten by a carnivore. So I kind of want meats. That gives me a meat. See if I like any of these objectives better. 1 point per fed dinosaur bordering the edge of your land. 1 point per section of mountain or your longest connected group of mountains. And then 1 point per fed carnivore. I think I want to go ahead and go with the meat. The question is, can I use? I could use it here. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and grab the meat. We're going to place it there. So that's fed. That counts towards my points there. And then we do discard. Oh, we flip this over. And we get us a new goal. So you can also kind of see what the new goal is going to be because there. You miss a start. Shadow, you always seem to miss a start. I even delayed this one. I delayed it just for you, Shadow. No. Work had me on a call and ended the call. It was like 5, 6 after, and I hadn't had everything set up, didn't have a camera set up, so I did. All right, so we have, so right now we're at 4 because we started with 3. So really we only get to put out 9 cards now that I think about it. So we have a lot of grass here. You can rotate. Rotating is allowed. So he could go here and eat that grass. We don't have him fed yet. We do want to get him fed. So, do I go for a big dinosaur? Do I increase my herd here? Because if I increase my herd here, then that will actually count as 2 dinosaurs being fed by that meat. I do have to consider what I would be losing over here. I don't think I care about the bordering on the edge. And this is 1 per fed carnivore. Do I go all carnivores? I think we'll go. Oh, this one's here's good. This is just don't feed anybody. You get 1 point per extinct dinosaur. So I think we will. Again, he doesn't have to touch both. And if I put him here, then he can't get him. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'll put that there. And then that one there. That one there. All right, so 6 points if you have the most empty nests. Solo, I need to have at least 3 nests. And currently I have no nests out there. So, well, it just says 3 nests. It doesn't say empty nests. So these would count, I would imagine, as a nest. All right. So he needs fed, he needs fed. I do have another one here, and that's what I need for my objective. But I would lose the 1 point per extinct animal. Do I want the 1 point per extinct animal? Because that's the other thing, is you want your... But then I would lose this, because both of them go away. I like this 2 points versus the 1 point. Sorry, extinct animals, you're going to have to go extinct. So we can put this one here. which means now he is fed. So again, 6 points if I can have three nests. And I've got plenty of nests out here now. So I think I like that point card because that's going to give me the most points. So let's get the point card instead. Get rid of that. This gets discarded. And we replace both. All right. I just got an ad. I thought you'd turn that off. I had it turned off and then I tried it on this one. It turned on. Let me see here. There. It's paused for 10 minutes. I just got to remember to keep doing that every 10 minutes. There's no way to turn it off after the stream started. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, I didn't know what it would do. So David, you just experienced it for me. It was annoying. We won't do it. Thanks for your what is it? Your feedback. We will take this under advisement to properly future endeavors. So this actually would be good. I like that. I got a nest, but I would have to cover that up. But I like this because now we're feeding this dinosaur, and then he's blocked off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm currently at 8. So. Ooh. 3 points per meat in your largest group of connected meat. Oh, it wants me to connect the meat. Oh, none of my meats are all separate. they're all good, but they're all separate. Now I could. Now there's a mountain range there. It's like I could put this one, but then I would lose this anyways. So 2 points per species of fed dinosaur. Currently I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 species. 5 if I count this little guy here. But he's currently not doing anything. He's not getting fed. We would need to get him food. I currently have no food. Now, one land can feed as many dinosaurs as you have available as well. I don't want to cover up that nest. But if I put a dinosaur adjacent to it, I do get to put an egg in there. So I could do him, and I could do him. And luckily that's blocking the tar pit. So I think, yeah, let's do that. I think he works good there. We're going to take him, put him here. Because now he's fed, and I get to now put in an egg. I have an egg. I don't care, just letting you know. Singe, you can have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. Can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. All right, so 1 point per separate group of mountains in your land. Separate group of mountains. So I have one group here. Although these are all touching. So this actually is one mountain. That's 2 mountain. That's connected to that one. 3 mountains. So currently I have 3 mountains. That'd be worth 3 points. I do have this, which I need to feed this guy. Which would also give me a nest. Or can I feed him and get him a nest? No, I can't. Can I feed him? I can't get him. I can't feed him and give him a nest. You also cannot tuck cards. So of course, this is everything goes on top. No tucking of cards. Top edge mountain makes 4. Oh, you're right. There's one right there with the T-Rex. All right, he's fed. He's fed. He's not fed. He's fed. He's fed. So everybody's fed. So I guess let's work on getting him fed. And again, we need the meat because that's my objective card. So do I have 3? I have 3 nests too. 1, 2, 3. So I get my 6 points because I have my 3 nests. So if we do now, here's the thing. he's going to eat the meat before he eats the herbivore. So that's safe. Unfortunately, the herbivore is touching the tar pit. So again, I don't know if this is a mess up in how they did this. I'm going to assume he dies in the tar pit, even though he's touching it. So we're going to need to cover that up. All right, how many more cards do I get? I get 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get two more cards. 2 points per pair of fed carnivores and fed herbivores. Per pair. So that's a pair. That's a pair. So we would get 4 points if I took that card. But I think I like this. Unfortunately, he won't get fed. Well, he could, because maybe I can put something there. Do I have something to feed him if I put him here? Well, no, because I would have to cover up all of it. If I do this one, if I do that one here, let's see how this looks. If I do that one there, oh, now those guys are going to die because of the tar pit. Don't like that. I could put him here. Then he's not eating this leaf, which means he's not eating. We would need it to be like that. We don't want that. So I did that. Then we could just take another card and put that there. These two guys will die, unfortunately. Is that probably the best bet, right? The question, I'm trying to think, do I want that pair? Because if I have that pair, that's it. That's a guaranteed 4 points right now. From these two, right? And then I just need to feed him by covering this up. I think things are going to die no matter what. +1, and this would be 1 point per carnivore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? I'm trying to see the small carnivore cannot eat a large herbivore. Okay, that's right. They have to eat their size. And then C, medium carnivore eats the small herbivore for 2 points. So small is 1 point, medium's 2 point, large is 3 points. Trying to see L. Small herbivore herd eats adjacent plants for 2 points because there's 2. Okay, I wanted to double check that. So the small ones, each one does count as 1. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 points, which is more than my 4. Oh, this is a pair already. No, that's a pair already. That'd be 6 because that's a pair. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the scoring, which means we do lose this one. Hopefully, for my last card, it's something that's, good, that I can use. All right. So we need to feed him, because I need him to be a pair that's fed. So that's really all I've got, isn't it? And I got to cover up the tar pit. Tar pit will kill that one. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, Is there any way I can sit this to where it doesn't kill him? I don't think it will. That's going to kill those ones. Which means I lose the 2 points I thought I was getting. Nope. Nope, because now that's blocked. I mean, he wouldn't die, but he's not getting fed either. That's the only way for me to feed him. Did not think about that, so I'm losing those 2 guys anyways. That sucks. So let me double check. The game ends when you have 12 total tiles between your goals and your land. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we got 12. All right, so let's go ahead and do our scoring. So the first thing we do are tar pits. So unfortunately, you guys died. They died. That was a lot of points loss because I also needed them for this. Dang it. That was not good. All right, well, no other tar pits. Oh no, this tar pit kills him too. Oh. Yeah, that was a horrible plan. Horrible play. That killed it. I had him fed, but I didn't notice there's no mountain there. Dang it. Yeah, I should not have taken this one. If I would have realized that, I would have put that other grass here, and then I would have covered up that tar pit. All right, well, he died too. Who else is dying? You're dying. Anybody else going to die due to tar pits? No. All right, now we do herds. A herd's a group of one more. Oh. Carnivores eat. So this carnivore eats here, so he's good. This carnivore eats here, so he's good. Is that all my carnivores? Just these two? Yes. Then the herbivores eat. So he eats there, he eats there, he eats there. He does not eat. Bye-bye. Is that all my dinos? I think that's all my dino. All right, so now we do our scoring. So, scoring. All right, so we get not the Sharpie wheel. I just grabbed the Sharpie. That was not a good idea. All right, so we get 3 points per large dinosaur. So we have 2 large dinosaurs. That is 6. We get, oh, sorry, it's wanting us to do all of them. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Medium dinosaurs is 1. So that's all we have. So that's 2. Small dinosaurs, our small dinosaurs died. They all died off. They didn't make it. Eggs, we have 2, 4, 6 eggs. All right, gold cards. 1 point for every 2 fed dinosaurs. So we fed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get... Oh, it's 1 point? Oh, geez, that was horrible. Yeah, 5, so we only get 2 points for that. So 2 plus... we get 2 points per meat eaten. So 2, 4, 6. So that was a little bit better. Would have been 8, though. And then we get 2 points per pair. So that's 2, 4. And then we get 6 points if we have 3 nests. 1, 2, 3. All right. So 12, 14, 20, 22, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Another 6 is 38. I think that's a very poor score. BGG says some solo players are scoring in the 50s and 60s. So designers came out with a new ranking. Oh, so there's new ranking. All right. So I got 30. Oh, because the top is 36 plus. So yeah, they must have, yeah, it makes sense. So I did not do that though, David. I did not do that. I got 38. 36 is considered the high score in the old ranking. Probably in the new ranking, that'd be like middle of the pack. But it says I'm an absolute chomper is what it says. Yeah, if I would have planned that out better, I would not have gained this, right? 2 points per pair of fed carnivore and fed, yeah. If I wouldn't have taken this, I would have lost 4 points, but I would have gained 2 points from these guys, because here. And there's 2 small ones, so they would have been 2 points. So this technically would have been 4 points on its own. And I wouldn't have lost him, so he would have been able to eat, which would have given me 3 points plus 2 points for that. So if I would have played the other play instead of gaining this, it would have been more points. So, all right, let's go ahead and flip over. Figured this can be quick ones this week and give our first impressions. So this is one that I haven't played yet with Audrey. The Other one I'm playing later this week, I have played. So that will be a quasi first impressions. So first thing is components. It's an all-play game, and all-play likes doing minor deluxification. So I like the deluxification. All the imagery is very easy to understand, very easy to read. You've got your scoring cards, which have both, what it is plus, this. This doesn't mean as much to me as this, so that's what it is. The one thing that I would say is, and maybe not even from a solo perspective, from a gameplay perspective, is they are very big cards, right? So these are the size of the box. I would have preferred them like maybe a quarter of the size, and make it more portable, make it smaller on top of that. But otherwise, components are good. The scoring, like I mentioned, on the back here, that example isn't right because it says that each plant, meat, and herbivores, everything can feed multiple. And then it says with the tar pits, all herds adjacent go extinct. Yet in this example, it is adjacent and they didn't go extinct. Oh no, never mind. There is a mountain that you can barely see in that example. So I take back all of my statements about this tar pit. There is a small mountain that you can barely see, which is kind of, I think, where I screwed up on mine. So when I talk about the components, I guess this does lead in, is the readability of the mountains on the tar pits is a little hard because they're the same color. Now, me missing the T-Rex is me just completely missing the T-Rex, but I can see where, like this other one, where the mountain and the tar pit look almost identical in color. Mechanics. So the mechanics is neat. We like these kinds of games where you're taking tiles, playing, covering up on tiles. I played Arborea, which was another game I recently played, where you're doing a very similar mechanic. Previously, we played what is it? Squire for Hire. We always said it wrong. Squire for Hire, which is the same thing. You're trying to put all the tiles into your backpack and line them up so you can get the most points of those. So we like these kinds of games. So this is a very similar mechanic to that. It does seem very short, so that makes it very quick in terms of the gameplay, because in a multiplayer, there's only 9 cards per player, right? And once that's done, it's done. In solo, it's 12. Once you get 12 cards out, you're done. I did this playthrough, give or take me rambling, in 30 minutes. So probably the entire playthrough was like 15, 20 minutes. So that actually seems pretty good. I like that they're double use cards. I like the recycling, right, of the cards. So that way you can, you have to make that decision. Do I want to score the points, or do I want to score the land that I'm going to put out there? So it adds a lot of like choice. And for example, my exact thing, if I would not have chosen the score, I probably would have gotten, I'd say, at least 12 more points, maybe. And that was my choice. But at the same time, it almost seems like maybe the scoring cards aren't as important. I mean, there's a lot of games like this, like Point Galaxy, Point Salad, all of those, where you make that same choice, right? Do I want to get the point scoring, or do I want to get the tile or the card to put down for the actual scoring of the ones I already have? Next is difficulty. I don't find it difficult. This one difficult, like I said at the very beginning. Most all-play games are very accessible. I always recommend them for anybody who wants to get a new accessible game. So don't use the BGG rating as like whether this is a good game. The BGG ratings, of course, are always skewed more towards hobby gamers. If you were somebody who wants a quick, light game that you could introduce to your family who doesn't play a lot of games, that's what I introduce to my sister and her family all the time. I pull out an all-play game because usually the rules are like, I dropped it, but even the bigger games, the rules are only like 1 page. The ads are coming up again. Pause the ads. Pause the ads again. There we go. Not going to do that again. The next one is Fun at 2. Didn't play this as a multiplayer. Fun at Solo. It is. It's a fun little puzzle where you're trying to determine what is the best way to score the most points. As David mentioned in the chat, they did find that I guess their solo was a little bit too easy to score points. I mean, shoot, my first gameplay of not knowing what I'm doing and messing up, I got the maximum score. That is really up to you, whether you like that type of game for solo or not. So there's main ways you play solo, right? One is you try to score points, and if you score enough points, you win. The next is trying to beat your own score, meaning I'm trying to get a better score than I got the previous time. Next is like your dungeon crawlers. You're just going on whatever the mission is to beat the mission. And then the last is more, I guess, what you would call that interactive scoring, where you're actually playing against an AI opponent, and the AI opponent does things, blocks spaces, and impacts your game more like a real player. So depending what your taste is for solo, this may or may not do it for you. I think it's a fun puzzle. Like I said, I have other games that are in the same niche, so I don't know if this would be something I'd want to play solo. Last is the theme. I like dinosaurs. So this is a good theme. I like the theme. The thematics coming through the gameplay comes in, right? You need to make sure that carnivores can eat something, herbivores can eat something, tar pits kill something. When you get a dinosaur near a nest, it lays an egg, so forth and so on. So I like that aspect of the game, and the theme does come through. Now, do I feel like I'm doing anything with the dinosaurs outside of that, or I feel like I am a dinosaur? No, but I feel like what I'm doing makes sense from a thematic standpoint, if that helps anybody. So there we go. That is my first impressions. Now I got to catch up with David. David's been spamming chat, which I love. So yeah, solo players. The mountains are a bit thin. So Dave was talking about with the components, the mountains are a bit thin in some cases, so they're a little bit hard to see. Have you played Sprawlopolis? No, I've not played Sprawlopolis. I've seen it. It probably would be something that I'd give a shot for Chomp Claw. Yeah, Chomp and Claw at the ad, so there you go. Wait. Just know the shirt. It looks familiar. So yeah, this is the Tea Turtle. It says, "I will cut you." I think it's my only dinosaur shirt, so I'm gonna have to wear it because I'm playing a dinosaur game. I like the Tea Turtle shirts. I have a bunch of them. They're cute and they're fun. I try to get enough thematic shirts, so at least I'm wearing a thematic shirt, although I guess it doesn't matter. You guys don't care what shirt I'm wearing when I play. Hey there, guys. That is that. This will be the end of this stream. Again, this week should be a bunch of lighter games. Some streams may move around because, like I said, I do have a preview that I need to do. Well, there's plenty of challenge in the game. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is the thinkiness and how challenging do you want it. For like a lunchtime 30-minute stream, this was fine. It had just enough thinkiness in it. For a longer play session, more thinkiness is welcome. But yeah, so just subscribe. Make sure you know when we go live, or if I switch videos around, then you'll notify when I switch videos around. Either way, guys, till next time. Peace.